what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 4, Episode 13, I believe it is. So yes, you guys, last night was a strange episode for me. It was weird. It was sort of like Mona had been sat down with her writing team and was just like, we gonna give everybody a new storyline and make the shit as far to the left as can be. I was thrown off. Nothing made sense to me last night, okay? It was like they was really trying hard to pull the fucking wool over our eyes. And look, I ain't falling for it, Mona. So yeah, we had to regroup and regather, you guys. Put our seatbelts on. We was changing lanes last night. But it's all good, you guys. The shit ain't believable, but you know what? I'm here for the ride. I still loves this show. But yeah, it was weird last night. Probably my least favorite episode of the whole season. But whatever. We gonna review the bitch, okay? So let's get to it, shall we? So you guys, the show started where it ended last week, which was with Tammy and Kalina fight. You know, Tammy is calling her broke. Kalina is getting more and more pissed, calling the bitch son. That's when you know shit is fixing to jump off. Kalina is trying to figure out why she knows that she's broke, if she even is. The only person that she's told that information to is Rashida. So, yeah, bitch been running her mouth to Tammy. Tammy says no, she found out from the streets. Everybody knows that her and Vic are having money problems. It ain't no big deal, but bitch, you can't just come talking to my mama-in-law any old kind of way, y'all. Foolishness, okay? Rashida follows Tammy outside, and Tammy is just like, I don't appreciate her, and I knew that bitch was fake when she come calling me and telling me that you was a whack-ass bum bitch, and you was passing out your CDs on her tour bus, and I was just like, all right. So this is how we fixing the roll, Mona. Why would Kalina have any reason to call Tammy? See, this is where I'm saying that we can't even get the shit to connect up where it's believable. Like, what? We ain't had Tammy and Kalina in no scenes together last season. And all of a sudden, Kalina calling Tammy, why? They ain't even trying to explain that shit to us, okay? Rashida's supposedly mad. Oh, you know, I was loyal to her. How she gonna stab me in my back? So, Rashida decides that she's just gonna leave, okay, with Tammy. Kalina inside, and she can't figure out why Rashida ain't came back in there to check on her friend, okay? She telling Tony that Tammy came in here turning up about some shit with Deb and, you know, all of that. So he's just like, oh, baby, it's all right. Don't worry about him. But Kalina's upset that Rashida never came back. So later on, Rashida is at the studio with Kirk, and she's playing whatever the fuck her new song is, you guys. Just no energy to try and figure that fucking shit out. But Rashida tells us that this is probably gonna be her last album. I was like, promises. But hey, you know Kirk, D-Lo is ever the one to have the ear for what is gonna be hot out in them ATL streets. He say, nah, bitch, this is the hotness right here. They gonna be checking for you after this, okay? So yeah, you probably gonna have 2, 3, 4, 5 more albums. I was like, bitch, where the second, third, fourth one at? But whatever. So while she's there talking to Kirk, in walks Kalina, okay? And Rashida says she's invited her down there because they just really need to talk about what happened the other day. So, you know, Kalina was just like, I just couldn't figure out why it even went there so quickly. Tammy down there telling all my business about me supposedly being broke. I ain't talked to that bitch but all of 2 times on the phone. I was like, whatever, bitch, you ain't talking to her at all. Rashida was just like, oh, and while we on the subject of what Tammy said, she told me that you called me a bum bitch and that I was on your tour bus, you know, struggling, trying to give out CDs. And Kalina was just like, well, I didn't say bum bitch. How she know about my money issues? And then Rashida was like, well, all I said was that I hope you didn't bite off more you can chew and go buy this big ass house and couldn't pay for it. I only said one thing. And I was like, fuck, Kalina only said one thing too. You was a bum bitch that was struggling giving out CDs. I mean, from where I stand, the shit is equal, okay? We done broke even on it. Y'all, you know what? Be friends again. Let's be done with it, okay? But that ain't how it go, okay? They both upset with each other. They both hurt. They all supposed to be friends. Whatever, you guys. So they start arguing back and forth. And then all of a sudden, here comes the old postpartum devil, you know, rearing his ugly head. Kalina starts crying. And Rashida's like, what you crying for? And she was just like, I'm crying because I want to bust your ass in the forehead. And she didn't have nothing else to say. She was hurt, okay? I don't know what to make of this whole situation with Rashida and Kalina. It's not believable, but somewhere in there, I feel like some real emotion snuck up in there, you guys. I cannot put my finger on it, but I hate this angle. I just don't like the fact that they were friends and now they are either, you know, sacrificing their friendship for this show or, you know, maybe some real shit that snuck in. Like, I just don't know what it is, but that whole scene when she started crying, I was like, I'm I'm sensing something real here. So, you know, and then later on when Kalina sits and talks to Tony had got a call from Kirk and said, you know what, some shit didn't went down with the wives at the studio. They not friends no more. So Tony was like, you know, let me just sit down and talk to my wife because I'm sensing something going on. You sensing it. 13 fucking episodes. The bitch been going crazy the whole time, but now he just finally coming around to it. Okay, but whatever. We ain't gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I know that shit don't really link up, but I finally figured out what a gift horse is, y'all. Did you know what a gift horse is? What a gift horse is when somebody from the plantation, okay, gave you a horse as a gift, you ain't supposed to check in his mouth to make sure that the motherfucker is strong and able and willing and all that. You just supposed to take the gift of the horse because this person is giving it to you as a value. So you don't look it in the fucking mouth. You just take the goddamn horse and you deal with it if it's fucked up at the house later. Anyway, y'all, what was I saying? So she's talking to Tony and she's just like, I feel like I'm losing everything. I'm losing my friends. You know, Rashida was like a real friend. I loved her. You know, she's laughing at me because I'm crying. I'm upset. You're not managing me no more. I'm just feeling like I'm losing everything. And, you know, Tony was just like, hey, babe, you know what? I think it's time for us to address the elephant in the room. Bitch, you's postpartum. You got postpartum depression. And maybe we need to go on and sit down and talk to a counselor and get you back right. Because it's just, y'all, Kalina been all over the place, and I've told you guys that. And that's why it's hard to be on Kalina's side. Like, Kalina says, everything that Kalina's saying in the show makes sense. But she's so wrapped up in her emotions that it's hard to take her seriously because she's too erratic. Just say what you want. If you want to meet with a manager, a potential manager, then say the things that you need. Don't go in there and be fussing and fighting with somebody when you try to conduct business, okay? You trying to work things out with your husband, you crying and fussing and you wrapping business with pleasure. It's just too much, okay? She's all over the place. She has postpartum depression, you guys, and I've seen it because I've lived it. I have had postpartum depression, almost psychosis, okay? And it ain't a laughing matter. After you get out of it, you can look back and you can kind of giggle about the shit that was going through your mind. But when you in it, okay, it's a bad place to be. You guys see my video? I have a story time video about postpartum depression. I actually had this shirt on. Now that I think about it, y'all did that video years and years ago, okay? But you guys should check it out, especially new moms, people that's thinking about having babies. Postpartum depression is a real thing. They don't talk about it, definitely not in the black community, because it's just like, you know, everybody think that when you have a baby, shit's supposed to be good, but you know what? It's a lot on your body, hormones, okay? It's an adjustment. You tired. I'm not going into it, but I understand where Kalina's coming from. She just needs help. Get it back together. And then once you get, you know, you get your shit stabilized, then you can conduct business. But that's all I'm gonna say. Kalina, baby girl, get you some help. It's E-Money's birthday, okay? And they got her all dressed up like a princess, and Scrappy and Erica are the proud parents, and they are, you know, happy that their baby girl is happy and they was able to give this big party without there being no issue. Bambi is there because that's Scrappy's girl. Bambi is saying that she's happy for E-Money, but she feels left out. They definitely are always going to be a family, and now she wants the same for herself. But she's not going to put up no scene at the birthday party. It's E-Money's. You guys, like I keep on saying E-Money, E-M-O-N-E-Y, even though it's supposed to be Imani, but you know what? I mean, that's they baby, right? But anyway, Bambi say, look, I ain't gonna break it out on Scrappy tonight. Let the baby have her day, okay? But later on, she's just upset about the shit that's going on with her and Scrappy. So she goes and meets with Tammy. Tammy's all irrelevant ass get to telling her about how she almost got her ass whooped by thick ass Kalina. And Bambi was just like, oh, okay, so now when we see her in these streets, now what is we in beat a bitch ass mode, or what we supposed to do? And she's like, no, we ain't gonna fuck with her like that, because I can't be sure when the crazy come after me. I can't be sure exactly what mode I'ma be in. So yeah, we gonna leave her alone. Bambi was like, okay, well, you know. Then Bambi starts telling her how she's unhappy with Scrappy and how she's always been there for him, has held him up the whole time. She feels like he hasn't done the same for her, and so she's working on her career again, and she shot this video with this guy who's really doing things to help her out and all that. Again, I was just like, all right, Mona, see, this what the fuck I'm talking about here. Bambi and Scrappy been happy. Everybody knows it. They on Instagram. They got all this shit. Periscope. You guys got Periscope? It's so much fun. You guys follow me on Periscope. It's at itsrox. I love it. I've only done it twice, but I'm gonna start doing it more. But anyway, they've been happy. They've been having a good time. And then here we go with this exploitation bullshit, Mona. Okay? So, again, wasn't comfortable with the story change. Because I don't like when people sell out their relationships. Because you guys know that these reality show bullshit sometimes sneaks into your real life. And you know, I would hate for them to fuck up their relationship over the pressures of social media and people that's watching it. They ain't got sense enough to know that this shit is fake. So again, I was just like, here we go with another storyline change. Stevie and Jocelyn, they back from LA, you guys, and it's all good. Okay, he's got the movie deal. Okay, he's back with Bad Boy for Life. Okay, he even got him a damn magazine. I was like, don't you like how a motherfucker can pop up a damn business in one fucking week in the world of love and hip hop? Okay, Monty, bitch, you did that, right? Yeah, he say he don't fuck around with the old rag no more. Now he on to bigger and better things with this new magazine, whatever. Okay, so he got all this shit in the pot right here. All of it, you know, cooking in the pot. He needs to let his baby mama know that, you know what, he's gonna be in LA real soon. Mimi looking at him like, nigga, what? Ava just got comfortable with you from the rehab situation. Now you're moving like 3,000 miles away. She's not happy with this. God damn it, the baby need her daddy, and damn it, the baby mama need her daddy too. And excuse me, what about this business? MF Management, remember any of that? I've been working hard on the shit while you been gone. I done met up with Jazzy. Jazzy said he ain't fucking with Dime no more, but you know what? He wants the Fox. And they want to bring you in. And Stevie was just like, okay, I could probably work with Jazzy and the Fox, okay? But as far as Dime, I can't fuck with that bitch. And Mimi lets us know that even though Jermaine wasn't with the stripper fight music, he done got one of his fucking flunkies that, you know, he got in the production room somewhere to come on out and see what he could put together with that damn Jessica Dime. So, you know, she feels good that she didn't get brushed off by neither one of them. This is proof that she knows how to run her business, y'all. So he's just like, okay, well, shit, don't look like you need me. Enough about that. Okay, what's up with you and your boy Frico? Here comes the storyline change, you guys. Mimi was just like, he meets me. He says he's going to lower the percentage. He was just like, oh, he's going to lower the percentage on the book. You know what? Maybe the good guy can help you out. Okay, this is when shit got real confusing to me. Okay, but evidently Stevie J has some plot in his mind to do something to Nico and Margot to get back at them for Mimi. Okay, the shit never made sense to me. Even later on, he goes to talk to Scrappy. He's not trying to talk to Scrappy. It supposedly works out that they both at the cigar bar, and Stevie J is talking to his new partner with the magazine, and Scrappy walks in. Scrappy up there talking some old fucking foolishness, like, you know, him and Stevie J, you know, they had a fizzite back in the day about they women, but you know, they all good now. I was just like, what the fuck is he talking about? Nigga English. He telling Scrappy some shit about how he gonna get back at them, expose her or something in his magazine, and I was just like, what are we talking about here? Again, it's a new introduction to a plot line that is not smooth. Stevie J is the worst at introducing new plot lines. Every time they try to do something different and give it to Stevie J, the shit be fucked up. I be confused all the goddamn time. But from what I understand, he gonna do some shit to Margot and Nico and wrap it around this magazine. Okay, so what we find out is Margot is going to be part of this magazine shoot, and it's Stevie J's magazine. She's there, she's taking a picture. You know, Nico's like, wow, you taking a lot of pictures. You are really gonna have a good spread and the cover and all of this. And then all of a sudden, you know, walks in Stevie J and he's just like, bitch, I done pulled one over on you today. Now what the fuck is he so excited about? I mean, what? How is you winning, Stevie? You got to pay the bitch for being in your magazine and you giving her exposure. Like, really? This is supposed to be the big and dastardly plot line to, I said, child. You would have thought that the bitch was up in there nude and they was taking pictures, and then he threatened to put him out in the magazine, but she taking pictures like, what the fuck is who's winning and losing here? I don't text? I don't get it. He's all just like, you didn't know this was my magazine. You know, and Nico's just like, oh, so you trying to get back at my wife. And here go Margot. What is this? Who are you? Why are you here? You don't know anything about him. You better give me my money, 10 G's. I said, bitch, now you... 10 G's, Margot. For real? Yeah, you gonna take a whole bunch of zeros off that motherfucker, okay? Because we ain't never seen, nor will we ever see, this magazine that Stevie J is supposedly talking. I mean, at least the magazine with Benzino was a real thing. I don't know if the shit is still out, but I saw it plenty of times in the grocery store out here, so, yeah. I was just like, man, this is what we were supposed to be acting like she did some shit there. And then, of course, you know, Margot, because she fixing to loke up on Stevie J, you know, Nico was just like, come on, baby, let's go. Okay, but this ain't the last you seen of me. I was just like, this is stupid. It's just stupid. You want to know what else is stupid? This revenge plot. Cena is letting herself look so silly in this quest to get Jock back. Like, I don't even know what she wants out of this whole thing, but whatever, you guys. She goes down to Carly Red's store. That fucking Carly is dressed like she fixing to go to some premiere opening event, but okay. And a side note, when Cena walked up to Carly and Carly turned around, you guys, I was like, now this bitch almost fooled me that she didn't know Cena. Okay, that bitch might have a future in acting. Maybe, you know what, I forgot though, she on this show, she doing quite a bit of acting, but it was believable acting this time. She was just looking at her like, I don't know who you are. And then she's like, I'm Jock's baby mama, you know, and then she was just like, oh. Now this is the story that Mona then cooked up for this one, because y'all, we knew that Carly and Jock was together. We couldn't figure out how she fit in with all the rest of these hoes. Well, supposedly, Cena and Jock was together. And then Jock cheated on Cena and got pregnant with the other baby mama with the other set of twins. During that time, when he got sick of them two bitches, he done hooked up with Carly Red. And then Carly Red and him started having problems, and all of a sudden, he brought baby knees into the damn situation. I said, now this is the fucking coochie scum of a man that you are fighting for, Cena. Really, the nigga was juggling 4 women. 4 of them. I don't know how you worked it out that all the trough of women that was around that you's only mad at baby knees when he's fucking around with everybody. But I guess maybe she mad because baby knees is the one that won the fucking prize. If you don't take this goddamn Cracker Jack box of prize right here. Cena is so many steps back for womankind. When you sit there and look at it, you wonder if she at the house herself and looking like, I'm a stupid ass motherfucking bitch right here. She gotta be. She calls baby knees the home wrecker. I'm thinking to myself, like, look like Jock handled the home wrecking all on his own, but child, whatever perception. I guess that's where whatever you perceive things to be is how you take it. So Carly, you know, since she's sitting there talking to Cena, now she mad all over again. All that shit that she went through with baby knees and Jock. Okay, so she says she got a plan to get back at him. And we find out what the plan is later on when she goes to the nail salon with Jocelyn and Kalina. They sit down together and Kalina starts off, okay, with the drama. Rashida. Oh, what this old country asshole done did now? She tells him about Tammy and her coming to the club with the turn up and the shit with Rashida. And Jocelyn read my mind. She was just like, why is we talking about Rashida all this time? How's the baby? Kalina tells her, oh, the baby's fine, you know, and I'm tired. I've been up all night breastfeeding and shit. Titties is all sunk and shriveled away. And Jocelyn was like, well, I can't take you to my doctor in Atlanta, but I can take you to my doctor in LA because we's moving back to Los Angeles. I'm moving to LA, bitch. So she gets him up to speed, okay? They got the movie. Stevie J is back with Bad Boy. Okay, and you know, I'm just ready to start a new foundation. I'm ready to start something new in Los Angeles. So she's happy, okay? When Kalina asked her, you know, are they gonna be having any babies anytime soon? And Jocelyn was like, nah, bitch, not right now, okay? And then here come old crackhead talking about, you know, she wants a little boy. Bitch, you be lucky if you can get through a fucking fuck session without having a goddamn heat flash. Old ass bitch! But she not sure if life is going to be the one, okay? She slid that shit in real slyly, you know, and they was just like, Life who? Life Jennings? I said, oh God, not Life Jennings. Not Must Be Nice Life Jennings, okay? Y'all motherfuckers ain't bought none of his music since then, but evidently he got a new album out, so I guess you got to do, you know, desperate times come from desperate measures. So now he got to be Carly's fucking boyfriend, okay? And don't you guys hate the way Carly always got to introduce her new men? Platinum goddamn Grammy nominated songwriter. She gets on my fucking nerve. You know good damn well you ain't with this boy. Every time we see Carly hooked up with some new nigga, it's always just at the goddamn last minute. She was with L.A. Reid's son, Al Roker. What's his name? She was with Jock. She was with Jeremiah. Now it's supposed to be Life Jennings. Bitch, Mona, you know you pulled it with this one. But we gonna roll with it, I guess. That Carly is such a fucking bird, you guys. It's just like she's the definition of a bird. If you didn't know what a bird was, Carly is what it is. With that fucking gladiator shield on her. Yeah, I hate them damn cuffs. Why the fuck they so big and got the cover up? That shit made me even madder when I was looking at Carly's. So anyway, she get to telling them about the drama with Cena and Jock. Nobody can really understand why she is still even concerned about that, but you know Carly. She gonna jump on whatever she can to stay relevant. I'm beginning to believe that Carly might be the smartest bitch on this show. Well, Jocelyn and Kalina was like, we ain't fooling with this mess. Look, girl, I love you, but I'm staying the fuck away because I ain't trying to knock no bitch out. The closer of the show is, CHKR Entertainment. That would be crackhead Carly Red. It's her launch party. Empire Music has given her her own label. Again, the 1 week business thing is fucking genius, Mona. She's there with her man Life. Y'all, I can't get with Life's music. Do you guys like Life? My husband loves Life Jennings, okay? I can't get through more than 2 songs of the Deb Atney voice, okay? Just, must be nice. Something they don't understand from a long day's work. I'm sorry, y'all. He probably real nice and all, but yeah, no. Again, he's there with his woman, Carly and Cena. We're just gonna call them 2 birds. They giggling and the kikiing and they ready. Now, baby knees, girl, I'm gonna have to sit you to the side real fast. Bitch, it's hard for me to take up for you when you shows up in a fucking bra with your size 46 double F titties, okay? What the fuck is you coming around? I know we see the little girls with the little titties coming, real cute and everything, but no, baby. You know you coming up here, it's about to be some bullshit. You probably gonna be fighting. Ain't nobody want them big ass jugs to come knocking out and looking at us on the TV screen. I was just like, where'd she come from? Oh my God, they sat out like torpedoes. Just make my job easier, baby knee. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So she gets in there and, she sees after some presentation that this is really Carly's thing and that they didn't set her ass up, okay? So against her better judgment, she's like, I'm going to stay here because I'm going to fuck some bitches up tonight. So, Baby Knees confronts the 2 birds. Everybody just kind of standing around arguing back and forth with each other like they waiting for somebody to bomb first. Baby Knees tries to antagonize and move forward the scene. She go in her big ass titty and throws a couple of dollars out at them, That still don't do no shit. Okay, she finally just goes and swings on bird number 2. That would be Cena. And Cena backs all up. I was just like, bitch, now where was all the histrionics that you had with the baby mama brigade? Okay, remember she was all, I'm tired of this bitch and I'm gonna fuck this bitch up and ain't none of that at the party, okay? That bitch hurried up and jumped back. Security jumps in the middle of them, okay? And this is the perfect opportunity for Carly to throw, I'm talking about the best well-placed throw of champagne in somebody's fucking face since I seen the Married to Medicine thing, y'all. I don't watch the show, but I saw that shit on Instagram. And honey, when she threw that shit on Baby Knee's face, if that bitch ain't look like she had been bobbing for apples, I know something. That motherfucker, I was like, did she have a goblet? What the fuck? That shit was covered. And of course, she come lunging for Carly Red, and then of course the shit just cuts off. So that's how the show ends. But I was just like, I sure would like to see Baby Knees whip both their asses. The security ain't gonna let that shit happen. But I was just like, oh, you got bathed. That's it. Got to get off of here and get back to work. You guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right? All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.